Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're headed to Kenya.
Virtually, of course.
Yeah, virtually. To explore this website called Senior Citizens Tech Haven. It's a
really cool site.
yeah, it is. It's geared toward helping seniors navigate the digital world, but
But honestly, I think there are things we can all learn from it.
oh, absolutely. I mean, no matter your age or how comfortable you are with technology, I think there's something here for everyone.
Definitely.
I shared a couple articles from the site with you.
Okay.
One on smartphone and tablet basics and another on online safety.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah. So let's unpack those and see what nuggets of wisdom we can find.
Yeah, let's dive in.
Okay, so first up, understanding smartphones and tablets.
Yeah.
This article is clearly aimed at beginners.
Yeah, it is.
But is that something you encounter a lot? People just feeling intimidated by all the technology out there?
Oh, absolutely. I think everybody feels that way sometimes.
Right.
There's just so much out there, new gadgets, new apps. It's hard to keep up.
Totally. And this article does do a good job of just explaining things simply.
Yeah.
It talks about the most common types of devices,
Right.
like iPhones and iPads.
Yeah.
But it also emphasizes the importance of finding something affordable.
And I think that's key, right? Access to technology shouldn't be a luxury.
Right.
The fact that they highlight affordability, it suggests they're really trying to make this information accessible to everybody,
Absolutely.
regardless of their budget.
Yeah. And they even mention specific models like the iPhone 15 and the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8.
Oh, nice.
But what I found even more interesting was their discussion of the different operating systems,
Okay, yeah,
like iOS and Android.
right,
And they don't get all like bogged down in the technical jargon,
right.
but they do explain the basic differences.
Which is helpful,
Yeah,
especially for someone who's not a tech expert.
right. Like me.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's helpful, if you're trying to choose a device,
Uh-huh.
it helps you kind of figure out which one might be best for you.
Yeah, it's like choosing a car, right?
Okay.
You don't need to know how the engine works to understand that a sedan drives differently than a pickup truck.
Right.
And iOS and Android are kind of like that.
Oh, that's a great analogy.
They're different ways of interacting with your device.
So this article kind of helps you figure out which driving experience, suits you best.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that a lot.
That's a good way to put it.
And they also debunk some common myths.
Okay.
Like, remember when everybody thought bigger screens were always better?
Yeah.
Turns out that's not necessarily true.
No.
It depends on what you're using the device for.
Exactly. It's about understanding the different use cases.
Right.
So a tablet might be better for reading or browsing on the go,
Okay.
while a laptop is better for more complex tasks,
Right.
like writing a report or editing photos.
So it's about finding the right tool for the job.
Exactly.
And they even make a case for tablets, even if you already have a laptop.
Yeah, there are definitely advantages to both.
Okay, cool.
You just got to figure out what works best for you.
All right, so speaking of feeling safe online, let's move on to the second article.
Okay.
Importance of online safety.
I like it.
Yeah.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, but the title's pretty self-explanatory. But this isn't just about protecting your grandma from email scams,
No, it's for everybody.
right? It's about all of us being aware of the potential dangers online.
And I think it's especially important now because think about how much we rely on our phones and tablets for
I know.
everything.
Yeah.
Banking, shopping,
You catch yourself scrolling on your phone more than your computer even.
all the time.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
You're part of a massive trend.
What do you mean?
Over 80% of internet traffic comes from mobile devices.
Whoa. Seriously.
Yeah, it's a mobile-first world now.
So that's why it's so important to understand these devices
Yeah,
and how to stay safe on them.
exactly.
Wow. Okay. I'm glad this article addresses that then.
Me too.
All right. So it breaks down some common scams like phishing, tech support scams, even romance scams.
Oh, yeah, those are getting more and more common.
Right. Sadly, it does point out that seniors are often targeted.
Yeah, they are.
But honestly, anyone can fall victim to these tactics if they're not careful.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Age isn't the only factor that makes someone vulnerable.
Right. So what else do you think makes someone more vulnerable?
Well, I think it's about digital literacy. Understanding how to navigate the online world safely.
Right.
Imagine you're walking through a busy city for the first time.
Okay.
You'd want to be aware of your surroundings, right?
Yeah.
It's the same online.
I see.
You need to know how to spot potential dangers and protect yourself.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's really about being informed and proactive.
So what does the article suggest?
Well, they talk about the importance of strong passwords,
Uh-huh.
software updates, and being wary of what you share online.
That's all good advice.
Yeah, it is.
That sounds like really practical stuff that everybody should be doing.
Absolutely. And they even quote a cybersecurity specialist, Edwin Mbugua,
Okay.
who says, "Staying informed and vigilant is the best defense."
I like that quote.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It really highlights that online safety is an active process.
Exact. We can't just set it and forget it.
Right.
We need to stay informed about the latest threats.
And adjust our behaviors accordingly.
Exactly.
So it sounds like we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive into senior citizens tech haven. We talked about understanding the different types of devices, finding the right one for you, and the importance of online safety for everyone.
It's a good foundation.
Yeah. So for our listener, what would you say are some key takeaways?
Well, first, I'd say even basic tech knowledge can be really empowering.
Okay.
You don't have to be a computer whiz to understand the fundamentals of smartphones, tablets, and online safety.
And it's never too late to learn.
Exactly.
Okay, what else?
And second, online safety is an ongoing journey, not a destination. You know, we all need to stay informed and vigilant to protect ourselves from the ever-evolving threats in the digital world.
I think that's a good place to leave it for now.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for breaking down those complex topics in such a relatable way.
My pleasure.
Now, I'm really curious to hear what you have to say about the broader implications of Kenya's digital growth.
Oh, yeah, that's fascinating stuff.
But we'll have to save that for part 2 of our deep dive.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned, folks.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We're continuing our exploration of senior citizens tech haven. And I'm excited to get into this next part with you.
Me too. So we've covered, the basics, devices, online safety. But now let's zoom out a little and look at the bigger picture, Kenya's digital landscape.
Okay, yeah, these articles paint a really fascinating picture of how Kenya is embracing technology.
It's pretty amazing.
It is.
Especially when you consider how quickly things are changing there.
Right, and they talk about the government's efforts to increase internet access and how that's impacting people's lives.
It's huge.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's really impressive.
Okay.
Kenya is making significant strides in bridging what we call the digital divide.
Okay, remind me what that is again?
So it's the gap between those who have access to technology and those who don't.
Right.
Think of it like building a bridge across a river.
Okay.
On one side, you have people connected to the vast world of information and opportunities that the internet offers. On the other side, you have people who are isolated, missing out on those benefits.
Okay.
Kenya's building that bridge.
How so?
Through investments in infrastructure and digital literacy programs.
Cool. It's not just about making the internet available.
Right.
It's also about teaching people how to use it.
Exactly.
Okay. And it seems like mobile technology is a key part of this whole bridge building effort.
Oh, absolutely.
They talk about a surge in smartphone ownership. And it sounds like that's having a ripple effect across society.
Yeah, because smartphones are becoming the primary way people access the internet in Kenya.
So it's not just about making calls and sending texts anymore.
No, it's about so much more.
Like what?
Accessing information, connecting with loved ones, even managing finances.
Well, speaking of finances, they talk about something called M-Pesa.
Oh, yeah.
I have to admit, I'd never heard of it before.
It's pretty incredible.
What is it?
It's a mobile money platform.
Okay.
That's revolutionizing how people handle money in Kenya.
Okay, so what does that mean? Like, what can you do with it?
Well, imagine being able to pay bills, send money to family, even receive your salary all through your phone.
Wow, all through your phone.
Yeah, that's what M-Pesa enables.
That's amazing.
And it's opened up a whole new world of possibilities for people who were previously excluded from traditional banking systems.
Wow, so it's like a game changer.
Oh, it is.
Not just for individuals, but for the entire Kenyan economy.
Exactly. It's a prime example of what we call financial inclusion.
Okay, and what's that?
It's about giving everyone equal access to financial services.
Regardless of their income or location.
Exactly.
And technology is playing a huge role in making that happen.
Huge role.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So we've got increased internet access, the rise of mobile technology, and innovative solutions like M-Pesa.
Right.
It's clear that Kenya's digital landscape is evolving rapidly.
Yeah, at an incredible pace.
But I imagine there's some challenges too.
Oh, of course. No major societal shift comes without its challenges.
Like what?
One of the biggest concerns is cybersecurity.
Right.
As more people come online, the risk of cybercrime increases.
Makes sense.
That's why initiatives like Senior Citizens Tech Haven, which emphasize online safety education, are so important.
We were just talking about how important it is to stay informed and vigilant online.
Yeah. It's even more crucial in a rapidly digitizing society like Kenya's.
And what about ensuring equitable access,
Yeah, that's another big challenge,
especially in rural areas?
right, where infrastructure might be lacking.
Yeah.
Bridging that urban-rural digital divide is essential.
So that everyone benefits from the digital revolution.
Exactly.
It sounds like the government has a big role to play in addressing these challenges.
Oh, absolutely.
So what are some concrete steps they can take?
Well, investing in robust digital infrastructure is key.
Okay.
Think of it like laying the foundation for a strong digital economy.
Okay, so what would that involve?
Expanding broadband access, particularly in underserved areas.
Okay.
Improving network reliability, things like that.
And could the government encourage the private sector to get involved too?
Oh, absolutely. They can incentivize private sector involvement.
To develop those innovative solutions.
Yeah, like M-Pesa.
Right, which address specific local needs.
Exactly.
And what about digital literacy? We talked about how important it is for individuals to understand how to navigate the online world safely and effectively.
Yeah, that's crucial.
So what can the government do there?
Well, they can support programs that teach people the fundamentals of using technology,
Okay.
from basic computer skills to online safety best practices.
So it's like giving people the tools they need
Yeah,
to build their own digital houses on that strong foundation.
exactly. That's a great way to put it.
So it's a multifaceted approach involving infrastructure, innovation, and education.
It's a holistic approach.
And it sounds like Kenya has a lot to teach the world about how to navigate the digital revolution in a way that benefits everyone.
Oh, absolutely. They're really leading the way in many respects.
That's really inspiring.
Yeah, it is.
As we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the global implications of Kenya's digital transformation.
Okay.
Could this be a model for other developing countries?
I think it has the potential to be.
And what does it mean for the future of technology on a global scale?
That's a big question.
It is. But we'll explore those questions in the final part of our journey.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Stay with us. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been exploring senior citizens' tech haven and Kenya's incredible digital journey.
It's been quite a journey.
It has been.
Yeah.
But now I kind of want to shift our focus outward a little bit.
Okay.
Could Kenya's experience be like a blueprint for other developing nations?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is. And what can the rest of the world learn from their approach to technology?
Well, I think what's exciting is that Kenya's story isn't unique.
Oh, really?
It really is a testament to the potential of technology to drive progress in any nation,
Okay.
especially those facing similar challenges.
So like what kinds of challenges?
Well, you know, those challenges of limited resources,
Right.
infrastructure gaps,
Yeah.
and maybe even like social inequalities.
And Kenya's showing other countries how to overcome these challenges using technology.
Exactly. Remember that bridge analogy we talked about?
Yeah, building a bridge across the digital divide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kenya is showing other countries how to build their own bridges.
Okay, I like that. And they're doing it in a way that's tailored to their own context, right?
Absolutely. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
Like with M-Pesa, for example.
Yeah.
They're not just copying what's worked elsewhere.
They're innovating
They are.
based on the specific needs and opportunities within Kenya,
Exactly. It's about finding solutions that fit the local landscape.
not just implementing cookie-cutter approaches.
Right. And that's a crucial lesson for other developing nations.
So technology isn't a one-size-fits-all solution.
Nope.
It's about understanding your own unique challenges.
And leveraging technology in a way that makes sense for your specific circumstances.
I think there's a saying about that.
Oh, yeah.
Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day.
Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime.
Exactly. Kenya's not just receiving handouts.
No, they're not,
They're building the capacity to innovate and create their own solutions.
which is much more sustainable in the long run.
Absolutely, and I think that's a really important point.
Yeah.
And the ripple effects go beyond Kenya's borders too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what are we seeing?
Well, innovations in areas like mobile banking,
Okay.
healthcare technology, renewable energy.
These are all things that have the potential to impact communities worldwide.
Absolutely. It's like dropping a pebble in a pond.
Okay.
The ripple spread outward
Creating positive change.
far beyond the initial point of impact.
That's a beautiful image.
It is, isn't it?
So Kenya's not just catching up to the digital world.
No, they're not.
They're contributing to it in a really meaningful way.
They really are. And this brings us to another crucial point.
What's that?
The importance of fostering local talent.
Okay.
Kenya's tech ecosystem is thriving because they're investing in their own people.
Giving them the skills and resources to create and innovate.
Exactly. And that's a lesson any nation can learn from.
So it's about empowering people to become active participants in the digital revolution.
Yes. not just passive consumers.
It's about creating a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship.
Where people feel empowered to use technology to solve problems and make a difference in their communities.
And that's something that can benefit everyone.
Absolutely, regardless of where they live in the world.
So from empowering seniors to navigate the digital world to inspiring a generation of tech innovators, it seems like Kenya's digital journey has some profound takeaways for all of us.
It really does.
And I think that's a perfect place to wrap things up.
I agree.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into senior citizens' tech haven and Kenya's inspiring digital transformation.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you've learned something new.
And feel inspired.
To embrace technology as a force for positive change in your own life and in the world around you.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the vast and ever-evolving digital world.
See you next time.